Strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nethercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me, just downwind.
It's locked. I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
For peace of mind.
Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my...
I am Dr. Reed.
Doctor?
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy?
Nurse Crane. Is that a bitch?
Yes. Those bloody immigrants should know their place.
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea...
That doesn't explain why she irritates you.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every...
What you mean, besides the epidemic, the war?
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell.
Violence is increasing.
Yeah.
Where did this happen?
In the closed work.
Right then. Show me what... Excuse me, sir.
Another journalist?
I'm not a journalist, I'm
A doctor, you say?
Really?
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but...
Have you heard of a nurse?
Dorothy Crane.
Could you please tell me more?
She's a nice girl.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson. Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my...
I am Dr. Jonathan.
A scientist.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital?
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurse...
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London,
So, you're not exactly...
nuns should be the...
Have you any friends?
No.
You sent him on some...
As a true believer,
Where did you send him?
I sent...
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Don't be shy, handsome.
I'm not looking for what you're...
All right then, but
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane?
I don't know her.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me?
I have no interest in your work.
Short story.
I always thought I was the master.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to...
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can. Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like...
Sorry, no, sir.
Your father is worried about you.
So my father actually what? Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
So, may I ask...
I'm not bothered.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy...
Yes, I know her.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself. So, may I ask you a few...
I'm not bothered.
Death is so cold. I hoped it would be more meaningful.
It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right.
You again?
I should never have taken up my
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
I've always put my sons in.
You really love your son.
He's my pride and joy.
Since the criminal...
No one will ever...
Do you have any regrets?
Only one.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit...
It's true, I hate this job.
You could leave tomorrow.
That's easy for you to say, Doc.
Why is your relationship with your son so
Harry and I are so different.
Why not change that, then?
How dare you tell me what I should or shouldn't do with my...
I mean no harm to your family. But if you want my advice...
No matter where we live, Harry will always...
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Excuse me, sir.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel.
Dr. Reed, the famous sir.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish invasion?
There's a war going on.
If no one stops it, this epidemic...
Yes.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after...
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare.
That's quite honorable of you.
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an...
So you risk your life to reveal the truth.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so...
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what...
Do you think things will ever change?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced...
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not...
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be...
Ah! Could it be Doc...
Without a doubt, you are a
I don't know much about the man. He's very cool.
He never goes out.
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up.
He has no relatives at all?
No.
Where can I find?
He spends most of his time lurking around White.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell. Good evening, sir.
Please be my guest.
Really?
I'm a poet.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott,
The place is not...
do you not think it...
On the contrary...
What can you tell me?
Not much.
And have you ever tried to learn more about her?
Maybe I prefer...
Perhaps you're just...
One day, perhaps.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse.
Dorothy Crane.
What can you tell me about an old man?
Darius Petrescu.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old...
I'll leave you alone, sir. Good evening, miss. I know what you're Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia. Camellia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very well. The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Pay me a glass and I'll be gentle. Pay me a bottle and I'll be
Good evening, Christina.
Shake.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can. Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world...
I have to admit your word.
It's locked.
If you want to...
We've not been formed...
I am.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought...
But Romania escaped.
It is not a country.
How did you meet Nurse Crane?
I'm her older...
You mean occupied?
Really?
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu. What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Raz Van Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Aspirin and salicin, you say? Why not some warm milk and a kiss on the cheek? Where are the quinine salts?
Tried buying, borrowing, even stealing. There's none to be found, Doctor.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Don't question me, nurse. I need a drain. Now.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I have this, nurse. Allow me to finish the procedure alone. I need the room.
I'd prefer to stay and see this through. This is my patient, Doctor. I have needle and thread for stitching the wound.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor!
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor. We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could? Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.
It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right.
This one stinks already.
It's one of them!
Look out! Watch it! It's a killer! Murdering!
Leech spade! Watch out!
close. Keep an eye on each other. Crush the foot! Let's pin it down! One of them! He's dead! Hey there! He's done for!
For the Swanborough cordial.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir.
Actually...
Then you have come to the right...
Oh.
Ah, my brother...
I'd like to see what...
Someday you'll understand. You've wasted your life away.
What? Shooting a boy in the...
What?
I'm Dr. Reed.
No.
I have found...
Oh, I see.
The gang's recruiter was...
I love my Albert, sir.
Whatever the boy...
I swear I didn't want to...
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me. Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than old Labby. I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
Good evening, Benjamin. Can I...
I'm afraid... afraid anymore. I died in this trench a long time ago.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Kill it, boy! Get back in the group! I'll take his head!